from strange grave sightings to mysterious entities and faceless figures. Each clip is scarier than the previous one. These are not tricks of the camera. These are terrifying moments of evil spirits revealing themselves.
Astaghfirullahaladzim, ya Allah.
A worker was digging a grave in an old cemetery when he noticed something that made him stop. Just a few steps away, a figure wrapped in white cloth stood there, not moving at all. Its eyes were fixed on him, wide open and unblinking. At first, he thought the shadows were playing tricks on him, but the longer he looked, the more real it felt. The figure had come from a nearby grave, and he believed it was a pocong. Fear took over, and he ended the recording and walked away from the job.
Ada sosok juga di belakang.
Angry woman? A group of friends took a dare and entered a cemetery late at night, joking at first. As they walked deeper between the graves, the mood changed. Near an old tomb, a lone woman stood in a dark robe. Her face was hidden by long hair, and a low, disturbing sound came from her. One friend tried to talk to her. The woman turned sharply, and her voice grew loud and angry. The group panicked and ran back without looking behind. It felt like they had crossed a line and disturbed someone who did not want to be there. Bound graveyard spirit. A group of people explored an abandoned part of a graveyard in India while filming on their phones. Deep inside, they spotted a figure tied in old, torn robes, slowly swaying in place. The sight stopped them in their tracks. Locals had warned that this part of the graveyard was cursed and avoided for years. Some believed it was a witch left bound there long ago, and her presence kept people away. The area stayed deserted, and the video only made its dark reputation stronger. Touching spirit. A young man sat quietly at a grave, mourning someone close to him. He stayed still with his head lowered, lost in thought. Later, when the footage was reviewed, something shocking appeared. A faint, human-like figure stood right behind him. When the video was slowed down, it looked like the figure gently moved its hand and touched the man's head in a calm, comforting way. The man never reacted, as if he didn't feel anything at all. Many people who saw the clip believed it was the spirit of someone he loved, staying close during his moment of pain. Screams from grave. Some places are avoided for a reason, and this graveyard in Dayton, Ohio, was one of them. A man visiting late in the evening heard loud screaming coming from one grave. When he moved closer, he saw that the grave was slightly open, and the cries were clear and disturbing. Shaken, he left, and later told the caretaker what he heard. What made it worse was the caretaker's response. He said the same screaming sounds were heard from that grave almost every day. Locals believe a trapped soul is suffering there, unable to find peace. Camping ghost encounter. A man went camping, thinking it would be a calm night out in nature. While sitting near his tent, he noticed a strange figure standing close by. At first, he thought it was another camper trying to scare him. The shape looked like someone wrapped in a long cloth, almost like a coffin cover. When he zoomed in, the face didn't look human at all, and that's when panic hit. He grabbed his things and ran. Many viewers compared the figure to a pocong, a spirit people talk about in Indonesia and Malaysia. Terrifying shadowy spirit. A man from Indianapolis, Indiana, USA, stepped outside late one night to feed a stray cat when he noticed a human-shaped shadow standing at a distance, staring right at him. Before he could react, it vanished.
See this?
Curious and uneasy, he walked over to check the area, but found nothing there. Later that night, he heard slow, clear knocks on his door, but no one was outside.
I got told to,
Not long after, he saw the same silhouette again, this time inside his house, peeking at him. Fearing for his safety, he left the house, only to see it standing in one of his windows, watching him.
Go talk to it. I'm gonna go talk to it. I don't know, what the is that? What the oh.
Skull-faced spirit. In Indonesia, a private residence experienced a sudden short circuit, and the homeowner got more than just a power issue. From the nearby wooded area, a terrifying figure appeared. It had a skull-like face and glowing eyes that stared at him for a few seconds before it slowly walked away. Its appearance was so strange and unnatural that the witness described it as looking almost like a Frankenstein-like creature. Later, when reviewing the footage, both the homeowner and other residents were visibly shaken, unsure of what they had just seen or how to explain it. Mirror Witch Encounter.
Allahu Akbar, astagfirullahaladzim.
In Aguascalientes, Mexico, a man exploring an abandoned building in the desert captured a terrifying moment on video. While moving through the empty structure, he felt trapped by a shadowy entity, possibly a witch. He was too scared to look up or raise his flashlight, worried it might provoke the creature. The terrifying part came when it appeared in a mirror, confronting him face to face. Frozen with fear, he slowly backed away, capturing the encounter on camera while managing to escape the room without any further incident.
Gua lempar atau samperin coy.
Screaming Ghost. In a farmland outside Lexington, Kentucky, a man had been hearing strange noises around his property for days. On the night of October 25th, 2016, at 2:43 a.m., he checked the backyard CCTV and was stunned by what he saw. The footage showed a woman trying to force its way through the wooden fence surrounding his home. The panel broke, and she fell onto the ground. But she wasn't human. Her eyes glowed unnaturally, and her face was covered in thick, dark hair. She let out a terrifying, sharp scream before vanishing into the darkness. The video ended abruptly, leaving the man shaken. What do you guys think? Was she a ghost or a deranged woman? Let me know in the comments below. Hotel Shadow Figure. At the Paradise Hotel in Malacca, Malaysia, TikTok user AlexDo_2020 experienced something unsettling during a live stream on August 15th, 2024. Just after a sudden power outage, a pitch-black, human-shaped figure was seen moving across the floor. He tried multiple times to communicate with it, but the figure never responded. The live stream ended abruptly, leaving him visibly shaken. The brief clip captured the figure's movement clearly, but viewers are left with the same unanswered question. What exactly was in that room? Let me know your answers in the comments. Poltergeist Spirit. After returning from a weekend away, a woman checked her CCTV recordings to see if anything had happened while she was gone. The footage started out normal, but then a hazy, human-like shape drifted across the floor before disappearing into the shadows. Moments later, a chair near the wall moved on its own, sliding as if pulled by something unseen. Shocked, she wondered if the activity could somehow be connected to her sister, who had passed away just a few months earlier. The combination of movement and the figure left her shaken, and the video quickly became a topic of speculation online. Haunted Bathroom. In South Korea, a hotel guest was practicing a speech in front of the bathroom mirror, filming himself for rehearsal. But his footage revealed far more than just his reflection. In one of the smaller mirrors beside him, a ghostly figure appeared, its face unnaturally pale, its head veiled, watching silently from just inches away. The guest hadn't noticed it at the time, only realizing later when he reviewed the recording. Disturbed, he uploaded the clip to TikTok, where it quickly spread, leaving viewers convinced that this hotel room wasn't empty at all. Vanishing figure. A spine-chilling moment was recorded by a CCTV camera somewhere in Malaysia. A strange, shadowy figure appeared on the gate, and suddenly it passed through it, and then disappeared into thin air. It might be a ghost caught on camera, but netizens online brushed it off as a camera glitch. But I would like to know your take on it, so tell me in the comments section. Haunting customer. In this unsettling video, a woman can be seen making food, but her customer was not a human being. It was recorded somewhere in Malaysia at around 10:30 p.m. as she was about to close for the night. But an unknown, creepy being showed up, with disheveled dark hair, unidentifiable facial features, and dirty white gown. This woman had no choice but to serve this haunting customer, so as to not make it angry. Netizens said it was a churail, however. Churails are more common in places like India or Pakistan. In Malaysia, they aren't really seen. So who was this creepy customer? Faceless funeral figure. At his friend's funeral, a man noticed something odd when he checked his camera later. In the background of the footage, a tall, thin figure showed up with no face at all. It moved in a strange way, almost like it knew it was being filmed. At first, he thought it was just someone passing by, but the shape and movement didn't look normal. Watching it again made his stomach drop. The clip spread online, and many people said it felt like something unwanted had shown itself during the funeral. Moving coffin room. The CCTV footage showed a moment that left the family shaken. A coffin had been placed in a coffin room while the family was still traveling from another country before the burial. During the night, the camera caught the coffin sliding slightly closer to the wall. There were no open windows or air vents, and no one else entered the room. When the family arrived and watched the footage, they couldn't explain how it moved. Seeing it made the situation feel even heavier for them. After watching the clip, they said their final goodbye and went ahead with the burial. Spirit from grave. After villagers reported hearing strange voices coming from one grave, a team of paranormal investigators set up cameras in the graveyard. What the footage showed shocked everyone. Smoke started rising from the grave, and moments later, a pale man appeared, crying out for help before vanishing. The investigators believed the spirit was restless and informed the family. A priest was called to perform a ritual meant to calm the soul. After that, the voices stopped and the activity in the area ended. Noon in balcony. During a Catholic celebration at Monreale Cathedral in Italy, something strange caught people's attention. While prayers continued, a quiet figure appeared above the crowd. The figure stood still with hands joined and head lowered, like someone deeply focused on prayer. At first, many thought it was the Virgin Mary, but when someone closer got a better look, the face matched a well-known nun who had passed away years earlier. The mood in the crowd shifted from calm to confused and scared. Some believed the nun had appeared to pray one last time in the place she loved most. Fast-moving spirit. A group of haunted video creators went into a cemetery in Karachi, Pakistan late at night and started live streaming as they walked between the graves. Everything felt normal at first, until one of them suddenly stopped and said something had just rushed past them. No one else noticed anything at the time. After the stream, they reviewed the clip and slowed it down. That's when they saw a pale shape flash across the screen right in front of them. It moved too fast to be a person and vanished almost instantly. After seeing that, they didn't stay any longer and left the cemetery right away. Talking grave spirit.
Very neat area.
Right? Whole different energy.
In August of 2019, a couple visited a cemetery that people said held the grave of a slave who could answer visitors if called. While walking around, they tried to find the right spot and asked out loud if they were standing in front of his grave.
Are we standing right in front of your grave?
To their shock, a voice replied and told them they were in the wrong place, even giving a name. The whole exchange was caught on video and spread fast online. People were split between believing it was real or staged, but the clear response made the clip hard to ignore.
Are we standing right in front of your grave?
Fiery eyes spirit. The farmer had heard the stories about his field for years and never believed them. One night, he walked into the crops with his camera to see for himself. The place felt unusually quiet, like the air was pressing down on him. Then his camera picked up a woman standing in the dark, not moving at all. Her eyes glowed bright and stayed locked on him. The face looked just like the kuntilanak people talk about in Indonesia. Fear hit him hard, and he stood there frozen. In that moment, he realized the rumors were real, and some places change you the second you step into them. Ghost caught. Back in 1966, a group of people walked through a cemetery while someone filmed them on a simple camera. Nothing seemed out of place at first. Then something dark and see-through rushed across the frame and disappeared almost instantly. It happened so fast that no one noticed it at the time. There were no editing tools or effects back then, and the clip was recorded long before anything could be faked online. The footage was later colorized, but the original recording stayed untouched. Many who've seen it believe a ghost crossed the camera at the worst possible moment. Pulled by shadow. On July 21st, 2024, a home camera in Colombia picked up something no one expected. A mysterious figure was heading up to this homeowner's door around 7 p.m. when he suddenly lost his balance and was thrown backward, tumbling down the steps. The movement looked forced, like something rushed into him from behind. The sound drew a nearby couple out of their home, and they came over with their dog to see what happened. When the clip was reviewed later, a dark blur could be seen cutting across the frame for a split second before disappearing. Some viewers noticed the dog ran straight to the exact spot where that shape showed up, reacting to something that wasn't visible to the people watching. Shadow at bed. On 30th June 2020, a mother-to-be from the United Kingdom recorded what she thought would be a simple video of her baby bump moving. She was lying on the bed while house-sitting, with only a cat and a dog in the room. At the time, everything felt normal, and she focused the camera on her stomach as it moved. At the end of the video, a small, dark, shadow-like figure appeared at the foot of the bed, right before the clip cut off. The sudden shape left viewers unsettled. She was about to have her first child, so the idea of it being one of her kids was out of the question. So, what do you think this shadowy figure was? Demon, maybe? Let me know in the comments. Strange activity. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, a neighbor noticed unusual movement in the house next door and decided to film it. The homeowner was away at the time, so no one could explain why there was activity inside. At first, robbery or someone secretly living there came to mind, but those possibilities were quickly dismissed. The footage showed odd movements that didn't match anything normal, and eventually, the incident was labeled as paranormal. Viewers who saw the clip were left unsettled, as nothing else could account for the strange events happening while the house was supposedly empty. Ghost behind counter. In Madrid, Spain, a cafe owner got a shock after closing for the day. As he stepped out, a sudden flash of light caught a strange figure moving behind the counter. It looked like the person was handling something, and the moment was brief but clear on camera. Realizing he had left his car keys inside, the owner went back in, but by the time he turned on the lights, the figure was gone, leaving no trace it had ever been there. The footage captures the eerie moment perfectly, but whether it was a ghost or something else entirely remains a mystery. Forest cries. Two girls were walking through a forest while filming when their camera picked up the sound of a woman crying. At first, they weren't sure if it was someone in danger, a ritual, or something supernatural, like a ghost or skinwalker. They tried to pass by cautiously, keeping their distance, but the cries suddenly shifted closer and appeared directly in front of them.
So, hiding someone? No.
Terrified, they didn't hesitate. They ran out of the area as fast as they could. The audio from the clip shows the frightening sounds clearly, and the moment left them shaken, knowing something unexplainable had been there. Creepy doorway stare.
Aquí está el video con mejor contraste e iluminación.
During a live stream, a person was showing his collection to friends when something unexpected appeared on camera. From a doorway, a tall, dark figure emerged, showing only its head as it stared toward the source of the camera. Its glowing eyes were clear, but the face remained impossible to make out, either naturally dark or hidden by the shadows of the room. Viewers were left debating, was it a hooded intruder or something paranormal? The clip's unsettling presence made the live stream feel suddenly dangerous and completely unexplainable. What do you think? Comment below. Spirit contact panic.
Can you make a noise? Can you do something to let me know that you're here with me now?
In Madison, Wisconsin, a man named Dave Schrader tried to reach the spirit of his girlfriend, who had passed away just weeks earlier. He set up a camera, sat on the floor, and covered his eyes with a black cloth. For a while, the room stayed silent. Then, he started hearing footsteps approaching. And when he reached out, he felt something standing directly in front of him. Panic took over, and he ripped off the blindfold and ran from the room. The experience left him shaken, and he later said he never tried the experiment again. Creepy nursing home.
Or the vegan cheese.
On April 13th, 2025, a nursing home in Columbus, Ohio captured a chilling encounter on camera. 4 staff members had been sent to the second floor to clean a room and sweep up spilled cat litter. While working, they suddenly heard strange noises followed by loud bangs, which terrified them enough to leave the area immediately. When the footage was reviewed, the cameras showed footprints forming across the carpet, the same color as the spilled litter, as if something unseen had walked through it. The staff mentioned that odd sounds had been happening on that floor for months, making many wonder if the area might actually be haunted. Sinister doppelgangers. This chilling encounter took place in Pakistan when a team of paranormal investigators entered an abandoned building rumored to be haunted by something far darker than a regular spirit. Locals claimed the entity inside could mimic the form of anyone who dared to step in. As the team approached, a disturbing sound echoed through the building.
इधर क्या हुआ? क्या देख लिया? वो इधर लेफ्ट साइड से कोई चीज। क्या देखा है यार? वो इतनी कोई चीज खड़ी काली जी।
Then a shadowy figure appeared. Terrified but determined, the investigators pushed further inside, and that's when the haunting escalated. Instead of one shadow, they were met with something far worse. Perfect copies of themselves. The sight left them shaken to the core. Imagine walking into a place only to find your own doubles waiting in the darkness. That's exactly what happened here, and it's one of the most terrifying cases ever recorded. Mysterious road encounter. A dashcam captured a chilling scene on a 3-lane road late at night. Without warning, a young woman appeared in the middle of the roadway, blocking the driver's path. She wouldn't move, standing firm as if demanding he stop. At first, the driver thought it was some kind of trap, or maybe a stranger that needed help. But the way she stayed there, her posture, the way she was acting, made him suspect something far darker. Fearing what he might be walking into, the driver chose not to engage and sped away. That decision may have saved him from a night he'd never return from. Staircase figure. In the Philippines, 4 friends were filming themselves at home when the camera picked up something none of them noticed at the time. From the staircase behind them, a pale figure with long black hair could be seen peeking down, its hollow eyes fixed on the group. At first glance, it almost looked human, but its ashen face gave it away. The friends only realized what they had captured later, and the sight of that eerie figure staring down at them left no doubt. They weren't alone in the house that night. Ghost at the door. Cameras often reveal things we can't see with our own eyes, and this surveillance footage from Argentina proves it. Around 2:30 a.m., the faint figure of a semi-transparent woman appeared at the entrance of a store. The strange part? The owner, who was there in person, didn't see anyone. Startled, he grabbed his phone and filmed the same spot, but nothing showed up. In all his years of running the store, he said he had never experienced anything like it, leaving him to wonder what had really come to visit that night. Crawling witch. During a late shift in Mexico, a security guard was watching the monitors when something shocking appeared on screen. Outside, a witch-like figure was crawling, its body twisted, with limbs far too long to be human. At first it stayed still, glaring directly into the camera, but the moment it seemed aware it was being watched, it bolted into the darkness. The guard never saw it again, but that single night has haunted him ever since. Proof that sometimes watching the cameras can be more terrifying than what's outside. Cemetery Girl. One evening in Arizona, a man filming from his balcony caught something that still unsettles viewers today. Across the street in a cemetery, a barefoot girl dressed in white wandered between the graves. He and a friend called out, but she never looked up, never slowed down, just drifted deeper into the darkness. Then, without warning, she was gone. Locals later said the description fit a young girl from the area who was never given a proper burial, leading many to believe her spirit is still wandering, searching for the peace she never found. Apartment apparition. Late one night, mysterious footage was taken outside an apartment complex. On the first floor, a shadowy figure darts across the frame. Strangely, there's a man standing below, yet he doesn't react at all. No sound, no movement, nothing to suggest anyone had passed. What makes this even harder to dismiss is that the man filming it was recording straight from his camera, showing the clip hadn't been tampered with. If that's the case, then it looks like this building may have its very own ghost. Mysterious figure. In 2023, a security guard was on night duty in Pulau Ubin when he witnessed something very strange. While casually recording, he spotted a blurry creature in medieval attire appearing at a distance. He shared the video online for the viewers to have a guess. Some believed it was a ghost roaming near the coast, while others thought it might be an ordinary man in unusual clothing. Scary stall girl. At a busy street food stall, a video captured a girl standing beside the vendor, seemingly waiting for her order. At first, everything seemed normal. Then her face twisted in ways that did not look human. It wasn't a mask, and it wasn't playful. The sudden, unnatural change left viewers shaken, with some suggesting something darker, even possession, might have been at work. Delivery gone wrong. On a routine night, a courier driver received an order of fried chicken, and he was waiting for the girl who ordered it at the given location. After waiting for 5 minutes, the woman dressed in white arrived, took her parcel, and left the driver scared because she had nothing on her neck. Terrified, he handed over the parcel and quickly sped away without even taking the payment. That night, the driver decided he would never work the night shift again. Enigmatic shadow. A security camera installed in the backyard caught a mysterious dark figure walking towards the house. In the very first frame, a humanoid shape can be seen, and this shadowy figure climbed over the brick wall and then started flying around in the area. The CCTV motion feature even picked up its strange movements before it vanished off camera. Ghost horse. A Texas farmer uploaded this video of her pasture that caught an animal that wasn't part of her cattle. Her husband was walking back into the house when CCTV picked up a ghost horse running in the background. First, it was standing near the fence and turned around, then slowly disappeared completely. Her husband did not notice the horse running, and later she even posted a picture of this supposed horse near one of the stables. She also said in the post that almost 2.5 years ago, one of her horses, Reggie, passed away, and much like this ghost, he had a white patch on his face.